So while we've been working on the silk trap and getting my military figured out, one of the other things I did was I decided I wanted to do a little more spelunking through the caves, go figure out what's going on out there, get a better handle on where the caves are, where they start, where they end. So you'll notice from my safe area, I've dug out a small tunnel out here, and I've smoothed over a little bit of stone. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to carve fortifications into that stone so that I can see through. Now, typically, the only creatures that can get over fortifications are swimmers in 7-7 water. I'm always a little extra cautious. What I do is I carve the fortification, then immediately behind it, I'll put a wall in once I've exposed the area. This is just one of my little tricks as to how I can explore the cavern safely, particularly in a dangerous biome like this, where I have very little ability to control what forgotten beasts are where. And on a side note, if Toady decides in the next version to tell me what item is inaccessible, or I can zoom to that target rather than the person who can't get to it, I would love it. Normally it's a wheelbarrow stuck in a minecart. Sometimes it's stuff on the surface, sometimes it's a block that fell off a bridge, you never know. But until you can find it, you just get spammed on this. Okay, so my guy is about to carve out the fortification. You'll notice how much I can see right now. Now, usually when you do this, you get a whole bunch of struck items and stuff like that. But to give you an idea how far I can see, it's about a screen and a half worth that I have more of the cavern I can see from there. So, right behind there, we're just going to build ourselves a wall. We'll pick any block. We'll stuff some diorite in there. And what I'll do is, I'll dig out another path to come up here and go take another look-see. So with just 2 spelunking tubes, and zooming all the way out on this, I can get a feel for how the caverns look. So I've been doing a bit of spelunking. What I have here is everything zoomed out to where you can see the entire map. It's just this area over here. The magma sea starts out at -7, comes up to about 7, so it's about 14 Z's high in total. What I did was I just dug over, you can see some of the runs here, drilled down from above with a simple channel, and then I floored it up so that we never worried about it again. I'm putting doors into play so that I can just lock off my spelunking tunnels. So if we come up, the Cavern 3 starts on 16, so I've only got about 11 layers worth of difference. Cavern 3's got a decent sized lake and a labyrinth lake in it, and another small pond area. It's pretty wide in general. This here or this here, it looks like it'd probably be my best places to try and run a magma lift. I'm thinking about doing a pump stack so that I can get magma to the surface to weaponize it as part of our defenses. And then we'll get back to that. But Cavern 3 is pretty boring. It's pretty wide, it's expansive, but pretty boring. I think there's 2 FBs on this level, and I do get some really random critters coming through here. I think I had some flesh ball and some other stuff. So that's only a couple of Z's high. Now we have to come up for Cavern 2. This starts on 81. There's a small lake here, and the rest is mostly landmass. It does have a couple of spiky areas, but it's not tall overall. It's only about 5 Z's high. But it does cover a decent amount of ground. And again, that little edge over there is basically the only area I'm seeing where I've got pretty much a clear run to the basement. I could wall something off. Now, if we come up some more, we get up here to Cavern 1. Cavern 1 has some deep lakes along the south and southwest. Another major lake in the center. All of this is Forgotten Beast extract. It's all over the place in here. Still have my 4 Forgotten Beasts just chilling out up against the wall for where we have our little cavern pierce there. But there's not a lot of going on up here either. We have some pretty high land masses up over here. I've got another Forgotten Beast. He's chilling out up here. He's a flame critter. And that's about it. So my spelunking tunnels aren't anything special. They kind of go up and down. They maneuver around the caverns as necessary. But all I do is I run up, put a smooth the stone, fortify it, see what's out there, wall up behind it, and I can forget about it. Again, here, I put in a door so that I can lock off that region from even being part of the discussion. And that's about it. So that's what our cavern layers look like after doing some spelunking. Figured I'd share that with you. Hey guys, sorry that this might be interesting to watch. It is 784, about a year later from the end of 21. We've pretty much trimmed out most of the undead. We have 2 surface undead, Aslot and Alpaca here. These 4 guys are actually stuck in a ditch. They're from when I did some gopher holing to be able to get some trade goods down. They dodged into the hole. This doghead is down in Cavern 1. It killed off a forgotten beast for me. This corpse is also down in Cavern 1. This was our suicide dwarf when we tried to get Sickle loose, or some other forgotten beast loosed so that Sickle would get unstuck from the door. And this is our wandering raven skeleton that has been hanging out inside of our torpedo system for probably about 8 to 10 years. So, because of that, the only 2 undead I've got are up here. One's there, and one's here. And they're near my entranceway, which is right here, but there's a hunter coming in as well. So I thought it'd be interesting to show you the migrant burrow. So what we've done is, we've opened the front door to the migrant burrow. Helps if I go to the right place, which opens this bridge, so they're going to be aiming for that. What I've been doing, and I've probably showed you this in a previous video, I'm assigning just the new people to that burrow to go to the meeting hall. And we're just waiting for more people to get up here. One of these guys is a hunter. There he is. There's Ilrel. So I've got some peacocks. Oops, somebody else came in. I immediately shut off the hunter's trapping so they didn't try and go hunt that alpaca for some strange and interesting reason. We're going to see what happens when he gets near these undead up north. It looks like they're just going to bypass him. These 2, for some whatever reason, just don't want a path for me. I'm going to see if we get any more migrants. No, it looks like it's about it. We've got some animals coming in. Yep. Okay, so Ilral made it in. He's being a pest about trying to go and be helpful about moving stuff around. That's okay. As long as the others make it over to the meeting grounds, we'll be fine. Let's go see how they're doing. So, here's one of them. What just happened? Oh, we have a cloud of cursed dust. Where's it? We get caught up in that. They're pretty well... Oh, okay, it's over there, over on the right side. They're fine. Ah, one of our pulses bled to death. I guess he got hurt. I don't see him fighting. Oh, whatever. What is that? That is a stray yak calf. I'll probably leave that on the surface. Just gonna make sure we don't have anybody else to add to the burrow. Nope, looks like just 3 migrants. This is still an improvement. At least we got a couple of them. Our other guy made it inside. What we're going to do, actually, since he's being a pest, we're going to shut off his hauling labors. What is this? Novice Engraver. Turn that off. We'll turn all these back on when he gets himself inside. Just so we stop getting spammed. So search a tier. There he is. Well, he may get caught up in that cloud. Run, little guy, run. Alright. Oh my. Looks like Aslot chased somebody in. He's standing on the entryway. Well, I don't think a tier's gonna make it inside. see where's a tier. Let's follow him. No job. It doesn't look like he's even trying to pass anymore. Yeah. Oh, okay, wait. That goblin's about to jump onto the tracks, or he's about to get wrecked. There we go. Alright, we got all three in. So we're going to seal up their front door. That will close this, so I don't have to worry about undead chasing them in before I open this one up. Now, in theory, this will block them, but flyers can hop over that hole. I've seen it happen. And we'll open the inside up, and we're going to switch their burrows. So we're going to take them out of that one, and we're going to add them to this one. So Ilral, Urvad, and Atir just showed up. And we're going to take a look at them and see what they're about. So for those curious about Ilral, Urvad's, and Atir's eventual fate, they ended up forming the beginning of our Iron Arrows unit as we wait for children to grow up. Most migrants that show up from this point on probably will end up in one of the military units, particularly our potash makers and our cheese makers and all of that happiness. So, wish them well. Hopefully they'll survive through a couple of seasons, and we'll be actually able to use them eventually. At one point, though, a short and amusing story, when I had originally put these guys in, they stripped themselves naked, and I didn't have enough mail shirts and breastplates. It took me a little bit to figure out why they were getting cranky. We did some emergency mail shirts and breastplates so that they had something to wear, and we're working further towards our steel industry. That's going to take it up for this episode of FurnaceClans, guys. I will bring you back for the next episode soon enough. We've got a cave-in to arrange for an FB who's becoming a problem over on the OMG entry area, and a couple other things in store. So, I'll bring you back. Thanks for watching.